All right, Nico, I'm going to record a really long one for you. This one's got 23 pages. It's the very end of the reading levels. So hopefully you can follow along with me. If not, that's okay too. So this one's called The New Boy. The New Boy by Anne Harth, a much more normal last name. Swish! The ball went through the hoop. Luke caught it. He bounced his new ball up and down the driveway. He dribbled it in a circle. He shot it at the basket. Swish! He looked up at his new house. It was okay. At least he had his own room. He didn't have any friends, though. He missed Elliot and Jake. He missed the other kids at home, too. I guess this is home now, Luke said to himself. Come on, Luke. Dad held the door open. It's almost time for school. Luke shot one more basket. Swish! He went inside. Do I have to go to school? It's your first day, Dad said. Maybe you'll meet someone who likes basketball. Luke shrugged. Hurry, Dad said. You don't want to be late. Luke put his ball away and climbed into the car. They stopped in front of the school. It looked big. Kids were everywhere. Luke didn't know anyone. Who would talk to him? Who could, would he eat lunch alone? Would anyone want to be his friend? Dad walked Luke to his classroom. Remember, your teacher's name is Miss Crunch. Oh, that's a fun last name. Not Captain Crunch. Luke Luke gave his dad a small smile. Bye. He pushed the door open, or he pushed open the classroom door. Everyone stared. He didn't feel good. His face felt warm. Hello, Luke, Miss Crunch said. Welcome to our class. You can sit here next to James. She tapped long fingernails on a desk. Luke sat down. He stared straight ahead. Let's help Luke get to know us, Miss Crunch said. We'll each tell him one thing we like. She nodded to a girl in the front row. Emma, you can go first. Peanut butter, said Emma. My puppy. Spud, a boy said. Summertime, ice cream, fishing. Luke, Miss Crunch said, what's one thing you like? Basketball, said Luke. That's what I would say too, probably. The morning went quickly. They had a spelling bee and painted pictures. Luke wasn't great with spelling, but he loved art. I'm not great with spelling either. Lunchtime, Miss Crunch called. Luke's stomach growled, but he didn't feel hungry. When you've eaten, you may go outside and play. Bags and lunch boxes appeared. Kids ate and talked and laughed. Luke ate his sandwich quietly. People finished their lunches and started to leave. Luke Luke didn't want to sit alone. He packed away his lunchbox and went outside. He wandered through the schoolyard. Kids jumped rope and played tag. Some sat in small groups. It was worse than he thought. No one talked to him. Ugh. Something hit Luke in his stomach. It bounced on the ground. A basketball. Luke picked it up and looked around. Who threw it? He spotted a hoop and walked toward it. A boy stood underneath. Look, Luke stopped. You said you liked basketball, the boy called. Let's see. Luke, Luke looked at the hoop. It was a hard shot. He held his breath and threw. Luke and the boy watched the ball fly towards the hoop. Swish! The boy caught the ball and grinned. Let's play, he said. So here's some questions for you. Why wasn't Luke hungry at lunch? What happens after Luke gets hit by the basketball? And I guess you could summarize the story for whoever's there with you. But anyway, this is going to be my last story for today. But hopefully you like these. I'll come back and record more later. Talk to you later, buddy.